Hello there, fly honeys. What's going on? Before we get started, just a reminder that if you are in Sydney on September or have the ability to get to Sydney on September, come to my Fringe show. It's at the Factory Theatre on the 4th, 5th, and 6th of September. Come to those shows and come and see me, and it's a split bill with Kiana, and it will be good. Come to the Fringe show. All right, let's start the show. What's going on, motherfuckers? Welcome to the motherfucking Ramsey Smith podcast and shit. Here we go. How we doing, guys? I am back every motherfucking Tuesday. That's right. I said every motherfucking Tuesday, as promised. That's what we're doing. All right, that's when we're dropping. It's going to be continuous. This is going to be the biggest podcast in the world. A lot of stuff has been going on. Most recently, I accidentally had a carrot, which is bad. Now, here's why. Here's the thing, right? So I'm recording this on the deadline, right? I decided that I was going to record. I was going to release every single Tuesday. So it's Monday night. And I'm getting this one off on the buzzer. And anyway, so I got home and I got ready. And just as I'm down to record, my wife comes home. Well, she's already home, but she comes in. She's eating a carrot that we've grown. She's grown a carrot. She's grown a carrot from the garden. And I'm like, I want to try this carrot that has been grown in soil that I've seen. How many times do you get to fucking do that? So I have a bite of my carrot. Upon about the fourth or fifth chew of the carrot, I understand that the effect carrots have on me. And please, if you relate to this, please send me a message. But when I'm chomping on carrots, they go into my nasal cavity. I know what's going on. I think I got a wide nasal. The entrance to my nasal cavity from my throat must be larger or stickier than normal. And things, especially like carrots, will oftentimes go back up into them. And obviously I don't want that while I'm recording, because then I'll have to blow my nose every single fucking 2 seconds. Which I just did there. But you didn't know because of the power of editing. But basically, carrots are not nice to me. They don't agree with my nasal cavity, and that's the annoying thing with gardening is you buy into this gardening thing, and they're like, oh, you'll save money, and you buy some seeds, and you're able to grow 4 carrots every 2 months, and you're like, yeah, this is working out swell, brother. But no, you guys aren't. You guys want to hear my thoughts on the presidential erection. What did you think of the presidential erection? Can you believe that I once back when I was fucking, back in the day when I started out doing comedy, I had a bit about the presidential election, like that little, and that was the whole bit. I was like, hey, both erections and elections come up. Because this election's coming up, and so is the. So that was one of my fucking killer bits when I started out, and boy oh boy, I've only gotten worse. But really, do come to my Fringe show. But you guys want to know about the election, because that's what I talked about last time, and unfortunately, my grandpa heard a couple of seconds of it. As he said, he was, my parents were fucking, this is who listens to this shit, by the way. My parents were driving my grandparents up to watch a lovely show that my wife was doing. And they played my podcast, and Grandpa says, well, I was half asleep in the back seat, but I listened to some of it. He thinks I got a good voice for radio. So, that's a good job. But, I can always lean on that in the future. I'm just waiting for that next radio boom, which is good. So, and then he said I obviously talked about Trump, and I talk about this, and he says He says, hey, that's a pretty good angle, like how do you talk about that much on stage? He goes, yeah. Do you talk about Trump? I mean, how funny is it's the leader. It's the biggest country, most powerful country on earth, and they got a couple of clowns running. I mean, that's pretty funny. Do you do any bits about that? And you're like, this is great. Like, this is what comedy's all about. It's like, oh, you haven't, the last you don't watch stand-up comedy, or no, it's been done. It's fucking, how many years is it too late now to do wow, this Trump guy's silly. It's 8 years too late. It's 8 years too late. Even maybe before that. It's like 8 years. From the moment that the jokes about how Trump was silly were started and then immediately got overplayed. If you had a baby when that started, that baby is in fucking year 2 now. I think year 2 or year 3. Isn't that crazy? But yeah, Trump's. I want to say this: Trump jokes, they've been done. I know I'm going to get a lot of flack for that, but they have. No, but I can always do radio and Trump gear, according to my grandpa, which is good. But hey, look, we've had some stuff happen. I think Biden's dropped out. Biden's done. I think that was a bit of a power move. Not a power move, but I think that was sneakily done by the Dems. Basically, here's what you do: you have it look like it's going to be Trump versus Biden for a long time, and all the swing voters are like, because I think there's some people that really love Trump, and I don't think, and I've got my pulse on what is happening in America. I understand. But basically, I think the Democrats, they got no faith in Kamala Harris. Because she's, she's a woman. And she's not a white one either. And it's going to piss Hillary off. Obviously, there's a great come town riff about black woman first president as a black woman. Hilarious. Anyway, I'm not going to redo their riff. Although I should, it would make this podcast funny. But basically, I think the Democrats were like, oh, who's this Kamala woman? Who fucking cares, right? We got no one else. We shot Bernie in the head because, I don't know, because he would actually do something, and our donors actually don't want that to happen. So we got Biden. Normally the fucking incumbent president runs. Right? That's normally the go, because you figured he won president one time, he'll win again. But basically, I think they were waiting for everybody who would change their vote to just, say to themselves, oh, man, fucking just anyone but Biden. You know what I mean? You're waiting for the people who kind of don't like Trump, just saying, I would go out and vote for anybody but fucking Biden. And then you try to have that go on for long enough, then you switch and you go, well, at least she's alive, right? At least she's alive, and she's just a sassy talking lady. Apparently, she's got a bit of, if she's putting on a black scent a bit, right? And hey, look, that's something that I can relate to. Is probably acting, blacker in public than you are, right? Because how fun and getting your votes, There's a couple, she said she used to smoke weed and listen to Tupac. And boy, oh boy, that is like a fucking 14-year-old's idea of being cool, isn't it? That's a 14-year-old's idea of being cool and from the streets. Man, that's like you've found out about rap music the week before and you're like, this is it. This is what I'm doing. I used to smoke weed and listen to Tupac. Ridiculous, but incredible fucking. So, Kamala, you got my vote. I can't vote, but fuck it, who cares? Well, we got that. We had we saw the Netanyahu speech in Congress. Boy, oh boy, he was crushing. It's one of those things where you can't say he wasn't crushing, right? Watching the Netanyahu thing is like watching a fucking, like, the biggest hacky comedian that you hate, and he's just murdering. Right? He's just murdering. And you gotta go, look, I don't like the material, but he fucking played that room. That's for sure. You can't argue with that. Murdering the fucking, he's like, oh, people, these guys got a gays for Palestine. That's like having a chickens for KFC. Brother, that murdered. Gotta laugh, man. That's incredible. He's riffing up there. He's doing new gear. He's doing fucking... Nah, look, seriously, that is insane. Is that not insane? Who else are we clapping for like that? I don't think Zelensky isn't getting claps like that. And he's actually, he's way more sympathetic. Oh, well, I suppose it's one of those, it literally felt like the Stalin thing where it's like the last guy to clap is going to get killed, so the applauses just go on forever. And in a way, they will get killed, just politically, Just any funding and the fucking, the Israeli, group that controls all of the people in government are going to snitch to their bosses and say, hey, you can't employ this person or else funding and all that. Isn't that crazy? If you're the last one clapping, then Netanyahu's going to pull up the fucking videos he's got from you on Epstein's Island, which they all have in there. He was murdering though. I wish I could have a set that good. That's when you're jealous of Netanyahu. You're like, damn. He was crushing. He was crushing. But man, that's just, we know that was going to happen. But yeah. It's crazy. Netanyahu murdering. What's been going on in my life? Just kicking it, man. Not very interesting. Just kicking it. I'd had a show on, what was it? My lovely wife, she had the last show of the 2 shows. So her second and the last show of her Wacky Wonderland tour. It was great. She's great. When I'm watching my wife sing, it's like she's actually good at something. How's that allowed? She's actually I feel like she is a upper percentile singer in the world, and I'm just I'm a pretty good open micer. It doesn't seem fair, but I don't know if I spoke about this, but yeah, I had to do another 10 minutes of clean in the middle. 10 minutes of clean in the middle, which is a difficult set to do. And then also, because we were running late, there was meant to be a break. And then they decided not to have a break. And then the break was mainly because one of the openers had to get changed very quickly before Emily's set, because she does the backing vocals. So I had to do a quick little 3 minutes to fill in there as well. So that took my time to 13 on-stage minutes, clean, performing to mainly a lot of families and just random, my family was there, one of the openers, family, and then some other people as well. It went great. It went great. I think it was very interesting is, so it was at this place in Newtown. I'm out the front with a flyer or whatever. I'm doing the box office at the very start. And because I'm outside, some comedians I know who I believe they live in Newtown. I'm guessing that's why they were around. They happened to see me. They came in and said hi. They said, "What's going on?" I said, "There's a show going on. There's music. I'll be doing 10 minutes later. Come on in if you want." They said they might. They went to get some food. They came back. They watched a little bit of Emily's set. They watched me do stand up. So somehow in a music venue where I'm the only comedian on, and people aren't even really aware that comedy's about to happen, I'm still playing to the back of the room. Isn't that wild? Isn't that I'm still playing up back. I'm like, hey, that's going on. So, yeah. Hopefully I was playing to the back of the room. More likely playing to nobody. Right? Like, you ever meet this guy who's mad at the comics who are playing to the back of the room? But they're playing to nobody. Like, nobody thinks you're funny. And you're like, oh man, that fucking guy, he's just crushing to the comics, man. It's all about, you're meant to make the audience laugh. And it's like, well, you're making nobody laugh. Like, come on, brother, what are we doing? What are we doing here? Oh, I could name names, but this is probably when, obviously everyone will listen to this, and I don't want any bad press. Like, even the comedians I hate with a passion, I want them to succeed, because success is if one comedian can succeed, then everybody then can succeed. I think, right? Isn't that right? Oh my goodness! I don't know if you can hear my dog barking, but he sucks. Oh, I got heckled by my mother. I got heckled by my fucking mum. You ever because whenever my parents are watching stand-up, it's a weird world collide moments. I normally try to have them at shows where I know there'll be a really big audience, and I say, please don't sit near the front, and so everything's kind of spread out, and so you're really just playing to the audience. You can barely even see your parents, and then it's fine. It doesn't feel like you're talking to a crowd. You can just do your bits. You fucking do whatever. But obviously, this wasn't a comedy show. I just happened to be doing comedy. It's a small venue, so they're right there. So, turns out my mum is this fucking person, which is ridiculous, right? I ask a rhetorical question. I'm up there riffing. I ask a rhetorical question. After I've asked the rhetorical question, which you can answer, by the way. You can answer the rhetorical question if you wish. Right? If you want to answer it, I'll play off it. Right? After I've asked the question, I've got no response. So I've started to do the bit. Right? I've started to do the actual bit that comes from the rhetorical question. Then, about 4 sentences into my bit, my mum says, yes! And then I kind of ignore it. And then she says, yes, I have kids. Right? She said, yes, I have kids. So then I tell her to shut up, right? And she says, no, but you asked. She's that person, right? She's that person who wants to argue about semantics in the middle of a fucking comedy show. She's stepping over punchlines. My pa starts heckling as well. And at least I played it off at the start where you just tell someone to shut the fuck. It's like, I just told my mom to shut the fuck up. Ha, ha, ha. And then she kept going, and to the point where I'm like, shut the fuck. I just tell her. And there's a weird tension in the room. And normally I love that tension, but this isn't a comedy night. This is a music night with fucking people who don't know or care about comedy. And there are a couple of I believe they're rather conservative Christians in the crowd. So I got to keep it clean. So I just said shut up. Didn't say shut the fuck up. I'm keeping it clean. Anyway, eventually, my mum's one of those people who suck. Right? She's walking around. She walks around with good intentions. Right? And when you tell her that something she thinks is good isn't, she doesn't listen. She just fucking continues on. She doesn't understand how to, But look, she's a good lady. All right? She's fine. She'll be dead soon anyway, I think. I don't know. Yeah, she listens to this, so I'm deciding if I want to be more mean. And I'm going to. No, I'm not going to. I got some stuff I think I could actually hurt her if I really put my back into it. I think I could really emotionally cause her, insecure and stuff. But this podcast is for entertainment. It's us to talk about the week that's been and what's been happening. So, yeah, I got heckled by my mum. Aside from that, the show went great. And yeah, it was good. You should come next time. There won't be. But yeah, what else? I've been tired. I feel like I don't know. I need new legs. You know how people are just walking around. They're like sprightly. Because here's what. Because look, I started this fucking job reading electrical meters. It's gangster. It's a good job, but it's a lot of walking. And you start off and you're really fucking tired. You're like, eventually my body's going to adjust to it because I'm walking for, let's say, like 6 to 9 hours every single day, just walking. So eventually my body is going to be really good at walking and I won't feel tired at all. And it's been 6 months. It's been 6 months and my legs still fucking, I hate going up hills. Why, hills. Imagine if I was in the wild. You ever daydream about being a wild human? Fucking, eating a possum with your bare teeth. Just rip it into a live possum. I think it's a shame we don't eat anything that's still alive anymore. Because whenever you see like a cat catch a bird, I don't know if I've ever been that happy. Right? I don't know if I've been that like existing than when a cat has caught a bird and just fucking the thrill of the chase. Right? The thrill of the chase. That's how we used to fucking catch animals. This is how we did. We sucked. We were fucking it's such a pathetic mistake that humans are the top dogs, right? We had the most boring hunting technique in the world. We'd get an animal, right, and we'd chase it. And then we wouldn't catch it for a really long time. Right? We were fucking endurance hunters. So we'd see a beast, some type of delicious beast. And then we'd go, all right, there's a beast. I'm going to go fucking chase it. And then we'd chase the beast. We'd chase the beast. And like hours would go by. And the beast would be like, man, these fucking guys are slow as shit. I outran. Oh shit, they're still coming. Okay, cool. Fuck. I'm gonna pick up the pace here a bit, and all right, they're still not with me here, and fuck, they're still going. Okay, cool. All right, fuck, let's fucking go. Fucking surely over here, and then eventually the beast would just die. Right, the beast would just fall over from running, and then would show up and fucking put a spear in its throat. Oh, that sucks, man. That's the most... we weren't fast. We weren't even, like, sneaky. We don't have camouflage. What the fuck? Look, most animals try to fucking blend in with their environment. Right? So either they cannot be spotted by predators, or they can't be spotted by the prey they're hunting. What fucking... Because I'm not even like... Because white people aren't even like pure white, We're fucking... We got little spots and we get red sometimes, and... Where the fuck am I meant to blend into? The snow? Fuck off. I'm not that white. You fucking see me in the snow. See me anywhere. What am I meant to be in England? Is the ground in England fucking... This weird fucking pastel colour? I fucking... Right? I want to blend in. I want to hunt. That'd be the worst part. Because I think we all do this. And by all, I mean people who aren't, okay. But, like, we all like, fantasize about, like, returning to the wilderness, right? Whenever we're fucking stuck in traffic or dealing with some bullshit. And we're like, man, I could just go into I could be in the woods. Right? I could be fucking... I just walk out. I just fucking walk. I get a car, drive the middle of nowhere, walk into the fucking trees. Boom, I'm in the bush. I'm hunting shit. And then you fucking hunting and you're like, fuck, I gotta run a marathon every time I hunt. I'll just die. I'll just starve to death. Yeah, I would... Yeah. So you're really stuck in society. you're really just fucking stuck in the fucking bullshit that is life. You know, like you can't escape society. There's always people and they're cunts, and you're also a cunt, but it's okay when you're a cunt, right? It's fine that you're a cunt. You're meant to be a cunt. But everyone else is being annoying, and you still got to be there and fucking pay taxes and electricity bills and all that shit. Yeah, man, life is fucking horrendous. Life, nobody should be doing this. The fact that like the fact you should finish high school, and then there should be like a chamber, like, hey, look, here's your options. You could just kill yourself, right? Like, now's your chance. Or like an apprenticeship for being a fucking human, right? That would be good. Like I say, hey, just spend 2 years in society, and then after 2 years, give it 2 years, and then come back to me, and we can put a bullet in your head, or you can continue. Why don't we do that? Nah, because you gotta fucking live to create profit, man. Man, you gotta create profit for the fucking man. This is some bullshit. You just realize that all of your fucking opinions are retarded and fucking don't even matter, and I'm just a fucking hippie yelling at the world because I'm lazy, which is true. I don't know. Politically, just start. I can't wait for the fucking nuclear holocaust, right? I think it's definitely going to be the better out of the holocausts. Who started? Was the Holocaust the first Holocaust, and then everything else was like and added on? Because you got the nuclear Holocaust, you've got Cannibal Holocaust. I think is like a B movie from the 70s. But you know what I mean? Like this is an environmental. You've got environmental Holocaust. You got all sorts of different Holocausts. But was the Holocaust the first Holocaust? Was the first Holocaust? Okay, let's have a look. See, because the Holocaust is just the Holocaust. You type in Holocaust, boom, World War II. Nazi Germany killing the Jews, right? That's what the Holocaust is. But then you've got a nuclear Holocaust, right? Was that like the Holocaust isn't a thing? Like, is the Holocaust a term for a lot of people dying, or is it just all these people dying was such a bad thing we had to come up with the word Holocaust, and then people were like, oh, like a nuclear Holocaust. By the way, I just typed in the Holocaust deaths, around 6 million Jews. It actually says around. Is that fucked? Yeah, around 6 million Jews. Like, oh my goodness. It's what it says when you type in the Holocaust on fucking Google Chrome. The Wikipedia deaths. Around, not estimated, right? Not approximately. Around 6 million. Yeah, fucking, give or take a couple 100,000, whatever. Around 6 million. That's crazy. Speaking of Googling stuff, news stories. I went to fucking news stories. First thing it had. Oh, this is bad. Okay, so here's the headline. Gorgeous teenage boy killed in house fire in New South Wales, Hunter Valley. Not the happiest headline, but they've got gorgeous in quotes. And look, I feel like maybe this has been done, but like, it sounds like they're being like gorgeous, according to somebody. Like, we don't want to go out there and say that the official statement from fucking, our headline. We don't want whatever fucking news company, Nine News, doesn't want to be like, hey, look, somebody said he was gorgeous. We're not going to do that there. Because I've also got a photo of the kid, and evidently not that much of a looker. I'm just going to say it. But no, man, what else is going on with the news? You ever just look at there's just an ad for a Stan series, and you're like, does this make me want to watch it? I don't know. Just called Alone. There's just a wolf. There's a fucking huge wolf. But it's a reality show. But the wolf's bigger than the guy. If it's a reality show, it's probably following the guy while he's alone. But the wolf's huge. It sounds like it should be the wolf's show. Ex-TV star Andrew O'Keefe released on bail after new charges. Oh, did he actually do something? What did he do? He threatened a man. Okay. But yeah, man. Oh, footy. Who wants an update on the footy? Origin is definitely, I don't know if I said this, but it's definitely the pinnacle of sport. Like, nothing was better than that Game 3. And after the Origin, I had no desire to then watch the Tigers play. Just didn't want to do it. After I was feeling high, I'm like, I'm not watching the Tigers game. I'm feeling good about football. I'll continue to feel good about football. Okay? Oh, man. But yeah. But yeah, guys, get out there and vote is what I'm trying to say, right? Get out there and vote for this, whoever you think is going to do a bad job, right? Oh man, I saw this fucking video. This guy getting attacked by a shark. You gotta have an in with someone who can get you fucking shark death videos. This wasn't even a death. He just lost his legs, but. Bro, this fucking thing in Port Macquarie was huge. Bro, the fit on this cunt was like the size of the surfboard. It was ridiculous. Like, this huge... How the fuck... It just goes to show you... The ocean wants to kill you. We shouldn't be out there. We have zero defense for anything in the ocean. We're so fucking dumb in the water. We're just... fucking flandering around. Oh, man. Oh, what else? Yeah, but sharks. Snowfalls. It has been pretty cold recently. That's all that is. It has been quite fucking cold. Oh, fucking Punch On. How about... Okay, here we go. Punch On in the NRLW. How fucking good is that? I don't know. Obviously, it's partnered with the NRL because it's called the NRLW. But if the NRLW could have, like, their own, like, rules committee, if they just, like, if they just let fights happen, you'd have people tuning in, right? And not even in, like, a sexualized, like, I want to see women fighting. No. If you just said, hey, in one league, no one can throw a punch. In this league, we allow a little bit of beef. One-on-one, get the hands out, and then we continue on. So many people will be watching the NRLW, and it's good. Fucking, we need more sports where people punch each other. Because I don't like it when guys just fight. People always, like, fucking, I have cunts, because I've never been a UFC or a boxing guy, but people who are like, because I've said, like, I love the punch-ons. And like, oh, mate, just watch the fucking UFC, man. That's what it's all about. Just watch that. You can watch. But then you don't know why they're fighting. They're just fighting because, right? They've decided to fight, and they do the hype things to say that, oh, these guys actually don't like each other. Oh, they're competitive. But, like, you want a sport that everything boils over, and they say, fuck the rules. I'm punching this guy in the head. Because that's as close as you can get to watching an actual fight in sport. Right? Because when two things just bubble over and they're like, because you just get mismatches. You get the fucking little cunt versus the fucking big cunt, and they go at it. That's my pitch for the NRLW. Let him punch on. It'll be the most watched thing in the world. All right. See you guys. That's my time. Come to the Fringe Show, bitch.